favorite sitcom. I love it as much as anyone else, but I don't want to hear it when I'm trying to go to sleep. When I go to sleep, I just want complete silence. Or now that I've gotten older and wiser, I'm okay with hearing new age music to help me sleep at night. So there's nothing wrong with that either. By the way, let me see. Is it Bastion Girl? Am I saying that right? Bastion Girl? Well, it's Melanie again. Okay. Didn't know you were on Twitch. Yes, we're on Twitch. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitter. We are on Twitch. We're on, what's the other one? I'm trying to think. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. All the social media channels are all there. So feel free to follow us, subscribe to us, check it all out. And by the way, across the pond, way overseas, they're saying happy birthday from across the pond. Thank you. Good to see you, my friend. How's everything in your neck of the woods? Goodness gracious. Let's see. Jaden says hello, everyone. Good to see you too. I believe it's, am I saying that right? Jaden Suh. Okay.
Jaden Suh?
Jaden Suh? I don't know. I'm not really sure. And then Roxanne says, happy birthday, Ryan. You rock. Thank you, Roxanne. Roxanne is one of the coolest people on the planet, Jalen. You want to know why? Because she was on the show recently. She was on And I Quote, which you can follow us on all social media channels. There's a playlist on our YouTube channel specifically titled And I Quote. You can go back and watch the episodes or listen to them in the background while you're working or, multitasking like Jalen does. So Roxanne Christian is a music therapist. And she was the first music therapist that we've ever had on our channel. So if you are looking for a music therapist, you're learning to find out more about how music therapy works and all that stuff, check out Roxanne. I'm sorry, Roxanne. I can't help it. It's the song. The song is in my mind. Check out Roxanne Christian on social media. I believe it's Rox LLL Music on Instagram. That's how you can find her, Jalen. That's where she is on Instagram. Might want to write that one down. And let's see here. Across the pond is chiming in here. Wow, these comments are coming in fast and furious. I felt like it's my birthday today. The NFL gave us media credentials for all 3 games in London. Woo! Hey, that's awesome. You know what else is awesome?
Dude, congrats on that. Across the pond, that's freaking awesome, dude. Congrats on that.
How about that? Pops Van Zant just walked into the studio. Hello, Pops. How are you?
How you doing, Ryan? Happy birthday. Good to meet you, Jalen. We talked for just a minute before the show, but look, I want to say something first about Roxanne. I'm not going to sing the song, but look, I learned about music therapy in a native drum circle.
Very cool.
Okay, so I totally get that. I've never applied it to anything but drums, obviously, because that was what brought me into it, but I totally get it. Okay. I could go deeper on that, but it's probably not for this show. I mean,
it's okay. We'll meet you up at the club at the Coco Bongo. Anyway, so here's the thing. I put this in the not in the comments, but it's currently scrolling across the bottom of your screen. For those of you just joining us, this is a birthday celebration, but I also want you as a content creator, if you're out there and you're watching or listening to this, whether it's live or on the replay, first of all, don't forget to like and share this with everyone you know. We want you to put your links to where people can follow you and check out these projects that you have going on, such as, Jalen, if you want to drop your links there in the comments, you're more than welcome to. Pops, I know you're going to be dropping some links there pretty soon. Oh, yeah. And we're going to be talking about Pops Van Zant is going to be discussing something with us here in a moment. But before I get to that, I do want to take a moment and acknowledge all of the content creators we've had on Neuroculture Channel, whether you've been on And I Quote, whether you've been on some of our other shows that we've had, whether it's something to do with Star Wars, something to do with a movie anniversary celebration, or anything that we've done in the past number of years that we've been on the social media channels such as Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. I'm not calling it X. It's just not happening. We want to say thank you to each and every single one of you who have been here in our virtual studio and been here with us and sharing your thoughts about whatever it is that you're passionate about, what you love doing. But if you are a content creator and you're looking to grow your audience, get more people to take notice of you, feel free to drop those links in the comments right now, whether it's live or on the replay. Drop those links later on if you have to. We want to support one another. We want to build each other up. This is one of the bigger reasons I'm doing this live stream this evening, is to build each other up, work together as a team, because as a wise person once said, a rising tide lifts all ships. Now, with that, I do want to take a moment to acknowledge the people who are chiming in the chat, and then I'm going to turn things over to Pops Van Zandt here. But I believe it's Roxanne is laughing for everything I said. Roxanne, I don't know what is possessing you to give me an LOL and a laughing emoji, but I'll take it. Terry M. Brown, who is a historical fiction writer, says, Roxanne and I need to become friends. We are both firsts on your show. Yes, it's true. Yes, it is. It is. Roxanne says, very cool, Terry. Ryan is a good connector. Hey, just get out of here. I don't do that. Adrian. Adrian says, happy birthday, my dude. Live long and prosper. Speaking of which, did you know, gentlemen, and for those of you who are watching or listening, that today marks the 36th anniversary of the debut of Star Trek The Next Generation?
You just got to make me feel old, don't you, brother?
No, I just got to make everyone here feel young.
I watched it, okay?
You watched Encounter at Farpoint?
Dude, wow. Q is my dude.
John Delancey.
I love Q. Every episode that had Q in it was awesome. We even have a guy a regular on one of our shows that we call Q.
Really? Wow. I thought I was assuming that one of your favorite episodes featuring the fictional character of Q, played by John Delancey, for those of you watching at home, was the one where he shows up with no clothing and he says, "Red alert." It's like, ooh, boy, that's a little too much for my taste. But
the one where they took his powers away, yeah,
that was just.
And he became a regular member of the. That was great.
That was a little strange, wasn't it? By the way, before we get too far off the beaten path here. Adrian says, let me see. Roxanne Christian says, that is so cool, Pops, about the drum circle that you were discussing moments ago. And then Melanie says, lift each other up. Yeah, you're darn right. And then Roxanne says, I am going to follow you, Jalen. Roxanne is going to follow you. Yeah, she's going to give you a follow on Instagram. So watch out, Jalen. Your followers are rapidly growing. So anyway, with that being said, Pops, there is something out there. Let's see what's out there. Well, in this case, it's a Kickstarter that could potentially take nerd culture and other content creators to the next level. Why don't you talk about what exactly is this Kickstarter and how can someone contribute to that campaign?
Okay, well, let's take it back to the beginning. Okay, I started a little Facebook group called the Comic Related Madness, and I encourage you, if you are comic or comic related people, to go join it. It's the best group on Facebook. And I can say that with full confidence. Go join the madness, yo. That's how this all began. Okay. When everything got shut down a few years ago, I started doing CromCon, which was a monthly event that we did for a whole weekend. We'd go out and feature one creator after another for 2.5 days. Okay, and we did it the last weekend of every month for 3 years. The only reason it's in hiatus right now is because we're trying to level up. We went from a Facebook group with a few hundred people to a YouTube channel to a network on YouTube of 35 or 40 different shows. If you go to at Pops Van Zandt on YouTube, you will find the Madness Comic Network. And there's 35 or 40 different playlists there, and it's all kinds of different people's shows. And basically, that was a beta test. I wanted to see if people would provide weekly content and turn a channel into a network. And it's worked. We have a whole bunch of people providing content regularly. So why not? Why not take this to the next level and go over the top TV? We're building a Roku network, a view on demand network like Netflix, where you can watch the Monday Madness, okay, one of our shows. You can watch it from its beginning 2.5 years ago and watch every episode all the way up to today. You can binge watch every show on the network from beginning to present. Okay, so we're going out there with 35 or 40 new shows already existing, and the campaign has picked up a few new shows already. And we're really happy about that. The campaign itself is a 3-pronged campaign. Okay, what we have is part of it's directed to the showrunner. Bring your show to our network. Okay, we have 4 different levels of tier for bringing your show, and the difference in the monetary value is just based on how much work is involved. Okay, so if you want to just bring your show and start fresh on the first of the year when we launch this going forward with no previous content uploaded, you can join this network for $25. $25 and your show will be on Roku all year. And you will get 50% of the ad revenue generated by Roku. Okay, you'll get 50% straight. The other 50% is going to go toward maintenance and paying for extra servers for next year. Because obviously, as it grows, we're going to need more server space. So we plan this out. This is budgeted out for the whole year. Okay. Ryan, what do you pay for StreamYard, bro?
Well, I could tell you, but in the words of the CIA, I'd have to kill you. So I'm currently using someone who's not my StreamYard account to stream my shows, but we are very thankful to the people who have provided.
This is what I was going to say. We are going to provide StreamYard Pro for the whole year. It's budgeted into the campaign. Okay, so for you guys that pay $600 a year for your premium StreamYard, I'm going to save you a whole bunch of money right now. You bring your show to our network and you get to use our StreamYard.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
See, you got Jalen over here enticed.
I don't even make this, and like I'm already sold.
I want it to be as big as possible. So I'm look, Max Devill, who developed the American Horrors channel for Hart Fisher, he's the guy building this for us. Okay, he's done this before. It's not a maybe we can make it happen. It's gonna happen. It's just, can we fund it? Okay, can we fund it? Because I know Max can do it. He's built 6 Roku platforms already. I'm not worried about his ability as a coder, to make this happen for me. He's offering us a smoking deal, guys. He is offering us a smoking deal to do the work. Like almost nothing. Okay, I had to make him budget in a cost for himself, a fee for the work he's doing. I had to force him to do that. Okay, because I wasn't going to let him do all this work for free. Look, we have the different shows, 4 different levels, and the only difference is the more stuff you want us to upload pre-launch, the more it's going to cost, because that's work Max has to do. Uploading videos, it ain't for his work. His time isn't free. I'm not letting him do this for free. Okay, so that's the only difference in the cost right there. $25, you're in. You don't have to have no previous content uploaded. Going forward from the first of the year, your weekly content will be uploaded to the Roku channel. It's that simple. Right below that, we have sponsorship tiers in the red. Right below that. Now, in the middle, yeah, right there. Now, the difference in sponsorship tiers is because different people are going to want different things. Okay, if you just want an ad running during your Kickstarter campaign, during the month that your campaign's active, we got a tier for you. $20, you get your ad run for 30 days, at least 3 times a day on the network. But considering that we're going there with already 2,500 uploaded videos, we don't have enough ads for all the content, if you understand what I'm saying. Your ad's going to get played a lot. We don't have that many ads yet, Also, as a showrunner, I wanted to make this clear. You have control of when the ads are played during your show. If you want them at beginning and end, if you want them in, a couple in the middle, however you want to do it, you have complete control of that in your show. And once we have a larger ad library, you'll be able to pick the ads that play on your show, right? So we're trying to make this totally creator friendly for you guys. So you get to set the shows up the way you want. Now, obviously, Roku's going to play 2 ads at the beginning. Okay. It's like we get part of that, they get part of that, or whatever. It could be McDonald's, who knows? Those are Roku ads. But then we have control of everything after that. So the ads that play during your show, if you want them, or at the end of the show, if you want them, are entirely up to you. Okay, we're going to keep the ads 30 seconds. We're going to keep just 30-second spots and make everything about this is keep it simple, stupid. If you know what I mean. I'm not the tech guy. Max is, but he's making sure that I can do all this. He's making sure that I will be able to maintain this after he leaves at the beginning of 25. Because he don't maintain them, he builds them. He'll hang out for the first year and keep it and make sure this thing, everybody's stuff gets uploaded, but he's going to be teaching me to do it. Okay, he won't be doing it after the first year goes by. Different ads, different ad tiers. Like I said, 1 month, 3 month video. If you want that thing to run during your sign up and your campaign, you run it for 3 months. That's $50. Okay. 6 months for you people convention runners. You can run an ad for 6 months before your convention. Okay. Comic store owners. Where else would you rather put an ad than in front of comic people? You see what I'm saying? This ain't putting your ad out there in the blue and hoping. This is putting your ads in front of people who actually care about the content. Okay. So that's another thing. I'm keeping the ads that we provide comic or, pop culture related stuff that we love for the things we love. It's not just comics. We got a new show that the guy does RC cars. And he's bringing his show to the network where he actually does like 3D builds of bodies and stuff. And then he shows, shows the complete build and then the actual vehicle in use on the road and whatnot. And it's like, cool. He's bringing his show. He's his SK Hobbies Arizona. Okay. So this is getting around. It's getting around not just in the comics. It's getting around to the hobbies. It's getting around. You know what we don't have, Ryan? We don't have a single review show on our network. We don't have a single wrestling show.
Wrestling, brother. The cream that rises to the top. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? This is for the things we love. I don't want people to think that there's a ceiling to that.
No, in a way, this is of the people, by the people, for the people. So I got you.
Yes.
That's interesting. Someone's doing an RC car, because when I think of an RC car, that means more horsepower.
Yes. And he does boats too, man. He was doing a 3D build of where the 3D machine was making the boat holes. And he was showing that on his channel. And I was just checking this stuff out. I was like, man, I want you guys over here too. And he bought in. He's going to be part of the network. Like I said, different levels as a sponsor, different levels as a showrunner, all kinds of different cool stuff for fans. If come on, this is for the fans too. So if a fan wants to help us out, there's stuff for fans too. There's PDF bundles from 6 or 7 different independent publishers. There's a couple of signed books, some sketch cards, original art sketch cards. Go ahead.
I was going to say, someone chimed in here in the chat regarding this. And by the way, real quick, I want to say hi to our good friend Dave Adams is here with us. Hello, Dave. Good to see you.
Hello there.
Hello there. Good to see you, my Jedi friend. Well, actually, you're more of a Sith than a Jedi because you disagree with me all the time. Terry M. Brown is here. Terry M. Brown says, it's too bad I'm historical fiction and not into comics. Is it possible that Terry M. Brown, who's a historical fiction writer, can bring her content to the network?
It's fiction. You're a writer. I promote authors. Dawn, right below that comment, Dawn Duelist.
Mm-hmm.
She is a promoter for Michaela J. Author, Michaela J. We promote creativity. Now, Terry, if you have a show that you want to bring to the network, that's awesome. I'd love to talk to you about it. But placing ads, hey, historical fiction authors, that kind of stuff goes along with what we're doing. I have many friends that are authors. There's John B. Pica's there. Check it out. We have friends that write too. Mike Barron is a friend of mine. I love writers. So never think that you promoting what you do on our network would bother me at all. Bring it.
Yeah, and the link for this Roku Kickstarter is located within the not the description of this video, but it is located in the comments of this video, both on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and the Twitch stream. So if you're watching this on any of the 3 social media platforms that are currently streaming this live show, The link is there. Check it out. Look it up. Look at all the information. See which tier. Pick the tier that's right for you.
There's two other things. There's a
Yes.
referral program. If you talk one of your friends into bringing their show to our network, we will give you a 3-month ad free. $50 value right there. Talk one of your friends into bringing their show to our network. Make sure they do it through the campaign so that we can verify it. And at the end of the campaign, when the money goes through, we'll set you up with a 3-month ad anytime you want during the calendar year of 2024. And then there's that thing. Then there's that thing right there. Anybody who saw Doc's coffee shop last Wednesday saw Rich Perotta wax his back. And he did that because he told Doc that when Doc's campaign funded, he would wax his back live on TV, on a show. Okay. Now, I don't know if he didn't think Doc's thing was going to fund or if he was hoping that would entice more people to back, which I'm sure that's what it was. It worked. More people backed. Doc's campaign funded, and Rich waxed his back. Now he said, when this funds, we're going to come out here on Monday Madness, and he's going to do the front. And Rich a big hairy guy, so it's great entertainment.
That's a little too rich for my blood. That's more like the uncensored TV that I don't want to see. But
It's
listen,
Roku.
it is Roku.
It's
So
Roku
with
with it,
Roku,
you
the
see?
possibilities are endless, which is what Pops Van Zandt is trying to get at.
Yes.
Which I'll give you that. That's true. But man, oh my gosh, whew, that's one for the books. But yes,
Yeah.
the link is located in the comment section of this stream/video. If you're watching this live or on the replay, check out the comments, check out the links, all that stuff. And if you're an independent content creator, you want to level up, as Pops Van Zandt was pointing out, feel free to check out the Roku Kickstarter that's going on right now, and also feel free to leave those links in the comments in the chat as
There's
we're doing
Q.
the show.
There's Q. Quentin White. That's Q. That's our dude.
Oh, that's John. Not John Delancey. I'm sorry. Q says, "Sup, y'all? Hail Pops, Jalen, Dave, Dawn, and happy birthday, Ryan." Oh, thank you,
Our dude
Quentin.
right there.
Q. By the way, Q. Sorry about the leg. Skiing, hunting. Now pay attention, 007. I'm sorry. I grew up on bomb film, so the first Q that I think of is from 007. So.
Well, it's like when I first met Q, it was like hail the Q continuum. Because he would call me like the master of the universe or something, and I called him, the Q continuum, and it was like it just went back and forth for a long time, and now he's just Q.
Okay.
You see, Don. Hi, Q.
By the way, this question goes to Pops Van Zandt. Terry M. Brown, historical fiction writer, says, "How can I reach out to you, Pops? I would love to chat with you."
What do you use? Facebook, Twitter? What do you use to communicate online? I will give you my goods.
That could be taken a couple of different ways. But Terry, let us know which platform that you use to communicate with people who are trying to ask you questions and all that stuff. Let us know if it's email or DMs on Instagram, something like that.
I'm not an email guy.
All right, that's fair.
You get so many emails that you can't find the ones that are really important anymore. You know what I mean? It's like I hate it. I use it to send stuff, but I hate receiving stuff.
Terry M. Brown answers her question by saying she's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything except Twitch. So, all right, feel free to send Pops Van Zandt a DM on Facebook.
There you go.
Isn't that the way to go?
Madness Comic on Twitter.
Yes. There you go. Yep. Links are located in the comments there. So.
And I guess I should give you the group too. The Facebook group that I created 4 years ago. Next week, I think, or the week after, we're reaching our 4-year anniversary in the comic-related madness too. But that's where
you find fantastic 4th year.
Yes.
There's a pop culture reference that goes all the way back to the 60s. Well, I've been told by one of our producers that someone needs to vacate the premises and go have fun with somebody else rather than us. So, Jalen, let us know where the good people of the interwebs can follow you and all the incredible, and I shall say, more phenomenal stuff that you have going on. What do you got, Jalen? The stage is yours.
Well, thank you so much for having me, Ryan, and happy birthday again. If you'd like to follow me in all the stuff that I do, I'm mainly on Instagram. I put it in the chat as well on YouTube. Hopefully you should see it on the stream, but it's at JalenV515. It's listed under my name here. And then I also have a photography page, Jalen V Photography, of things, of toys, food, drinks. If you're a little bit of a foodie, you might like some of the photos I take. But yeah, hopefully I will see everybody. If you are in the Orlando area in November, I will be at Ranger Stop Orlando. Just feel free to say hi. I'll have some free stickers as well for people to give out. And so if you want a free sticker, come say hello. That is all the bare minimum you have to do. Say hello, you'll get a sticker. But yeah, I'm just really excited to see everyone, all the guests there, and just the whole community and everything. But thank you so much, Ryan, for having me, and everyone at Nerd Culture. Pops, I'm going to look into the streaming services. Not maybe just for some ads, do some ads, but sparring content.
We need ads. Like I said, right now we're saying we'll play your ad 3 times a day. That's if we have a 100 ad library. You know what I mean? Right now we got like 10.
10. We got a 10. 10.
You know?
We need more. So that's more phenomenal, man. Well, Jalen, we wish you the best with everything. By the way, I like stickers too. You could have sent me one, but anyway, that's fine. It's my birthday. No one cares. It's not a big deal. But listen, Jalen, it was great to see you, man. We all wish you nothing but success. And as always, may the power protect you, my friend.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Nice meeting you, man.
See you, man. Man, such a sweet kid. And guess what? Oh, I'm sorry, Dave. What were you going to say real quick?
I was told there was going to be cake.
Yes, there is cake. And you know
asked
what?
Who was bringing the cake?
Where's the cake?
I did ask on the.
Oh, you posted that earlier, didn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
So here's what I like to call the icing on the cake is our next guest. You want to know why?
Me.
Well, it's not so much the Sith Lord known as Dave Adams from Alabama, Roll Tide, but it is someone who is one half of one of the greatest tag teams in the history of pop culture, also known as Phoenix Sisters Cosplay. And yes, she's a Star Wars fan too.
And also
Gedner is here. Hello, Kelly.
a Hayden Christensen fan as well.
He is. Are you a Hayden Christensen fan? Is that true? Kelly?
Yes, I am.
Do you not remember that episode where we teamed up on you, Ryan?
No, I tend to forget bad memories. So I tend to forget being tortured for not liking some dude.
Here, man. That should be top billing. Put her up here where I'm at. Come on.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry. I forgot. Someone's orchestrating the Brady Bunch for us. Just kidding. Kelly, it's great to see you, my dear. How are you?
Doing okay. How are you doing?
Oh, everything's fine. We're all fine here. No, thank you.
We're all mad here.
Anyway,
how are you?
You knew it was coming, man. You knew it was coming. And by the way, more people are chiming in here in the chat, and I want to take a moment to acknowledge those kind folks, because they've been very, very patient with us. So John B. Pica says, happy level update for me. Thank you, John Pica. Appreciate it. Let's see. Roxanne was confused earlier. It seems like it's for comic creators. I was so confused, but hey, I'm going to support the fun anyway. Roxanne, if you contribute to this Kickstarter, more power to you. MJ is here. She says, happy birthday, Ryan. Happy birthday, Ryan. Thank you, MJ. Appreciate you all. I'm trying to think, what am I missing here? Melanie says, Roku, cat emoji. Does that mean good or bad? I don't know if that means a good thing or a bad thing, but let us know. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody here. Oh, Quentin says, my ads. Quentin, get out of here. Oh, look at this.
Oh, yes.
Look at this. The Dark Lord of the Sith has brought a laser sword to the proceedings. That's right. Yeah. Make all the sounds you want. It's still not going to get you credibility.
It will. I got a better one. Hold on.
Oh, great. Which means he's going to step out of the stage and then bring out more of his. You know what, Kelly? I got to ask you, where does he get those toys? Oh, look, Pops has got one too. Is that the hilt? That is the hilt, isn't it?
Yeah. Look, it's even got a kyber crystal in it, guys.
Okay, y'all. I need to go get mine now.
Yeah, seriously. I think you're making
back.
Kelly jealous back here.
Oh no, I'm about to make you all jealous. Give me 2 minutes.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, then I'll put you in the green room for just a moment. Once you're back, let me know in the private chat. We'll put you back on set. Pops.
Is that Neo Crystal one?
Ask him.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
It's. I couldn't tell you. I can't even remember. I've had this for so long, dude. All I know is that it's.
I'm Batman. Anyway.
It's
pretty
cool.
bad.
How
the
many
grandkids love it. That's all.
The grandkids love it. Okay.
The grandkids love it. That's all that matters.
That's
right?
fair.
You impress the grandkids.
Melanie was referring to feels amazing, man, with the Roku Kickstarter. Okay, all right. Well, hey, if you want to contribute to it, by all means, feel free to do so. Dawn
Like I
says,
said, there's stuff there is original art and stuff there too, like sketch cards from 5 different artists. There's a Corey Barton head sketch. There's stuff for fans. Just if you help us out, we give you stuff. So go look at the stuff.
By the way, Dawn says, is the cake moist? Boy, that could be taken a couple of different ways. Quentin says, I'm laughing at you emoji. MJ says, I'm laughing at you emoji. Melanie says, unfortunately, I don't have a lightsaber. Sad dog emoji. Don't worry, you can get one too. MJ says, have a great birthday, Ryan. I got to get back to work. I will watch the rest of the replay a little bit later on in this show. All right, cool. Kelly, what do you have for show and tell that's going to make everyone jealous?
Well, first of all, I haven't said happy birthday to you yet. So happy birthday, Ryan. You are the best.
Thank you. Ah.
Oh, you got Mace Windu's.
Mace Windu.
I do.
Okay.
Oh, great. Okay, this is literally turned into a competition of who has the most who has the most powerful lightsaber in the galaxy on this show. That's literally what this is. Does anyone else have any? And by the way, for those of you just joining us and wondering what the Bantha fodder is going on, not only is this a birthday celebration, but if you are a content creator from anywhere in the known galaxy or the universe, including the one that the Purgles took certain people to last week, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the chat. Don't forget to like and share this with all of your closest friends. But if you are a content creator, drop those links to where people can follow you and check out your content on social media. So please feel free to drop those links. By the way, let's see. Who is this saying this now? Oh, Melanie says, Mace Windu equals best lightsaber 100%, Kelly.
Yeah.
Because it's purple. That's my favorite color.
I'm a fan of purple.
Ray's is better.
Oh, we got a hot take in the house. Oh my goodness. Mace Windu equals best.
I think Ray, honestly, maybe it's because I have a daughter, but I think Ray's character arc and her lightsaber might be one of the best ones out there.
Oh wow.
I'm not a fan of the sequel trilogy at all. But
really? Not even TFA? Not even Force Awakens?
No. What they did with Rey and BB-8, those two characters alone.
I love BB-8.
BB-8's so cool.
Dude, I met the puppeteer for that character, Brian Herring, at a convention. He was a nice dude. He signed my Force Awakens Blu-ray.
Yeah, what they did for those two characters alone made the sequels okay to watch. I don't like the sequels at all. I will watch them because my daughter adores Rey.
Yes.
Aww.
But I love the Rey arc.
Okay.
Except for the whole, I'm Rey Skywalker.
That was so unnecessary. It would have been so much better if she had been Rey Kenobi. Yes.
He's got best dispensers.
Hey,
that was the original plan, I think.
Yeah, it was. By the way, Kelly, did you watch the debrief of Ahsoka a couple weeks ago?
I have not. I need to.
So Dave was on here recently.
I have found a TikTok that proves that you and I are correct about Hayden Christensen. Yes. There's this guy that does a perfect voiceover of Hayden Christensen and James Earl Jones. And he takes what James Earl Jones says in the original trilogy and puts it in Hayden Christensen's voice. So what you're hearing is Hayden Christensen doing a perfect impersonation of James Earl Jones.
I've seen the tape. It's actually pretty good. It's a good tape.
You need to send this to me.
It's a good tape. It's good. I think
want
Dave.
to show you something old.
What is that? Your encyclopedia on how to be a dark side master? Is that it?
This is old school. You're gonna love what this is because it's a 3D reconstruction log of Darth Vader.
Oh my gosh!
And it layers him out. Okay, what his armor is.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, that's awesome.
It goes under the armor.
Oh my god.
Is this bad or what? Yeah, man. Yeah, I was a Star Wars nerd. I ain't gonna lie.
I still
had
am.
a couple hundred EU books, and when they delegitimized the EU as canon, I kind of went. Now they're bringing people like Thrawn into canon, but they're not bringing Mara Jade into canon because they screwed that whole thing up.
Yet.
Okay. So
I'm pretty sure.
I can't get behind Ahsoka because they already divided those characters. Come on, Thrawn was bad because Mara was bad.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure George Lucas stipulated when he sold Star Wars that Mara Jade could not be brought into canon. Because
there was a stipulation in the contract?
It's just dumb, though.
He didn't like Mara?
He didn't like Mara because
there's a lot of things he didn't like.
Okay. Look,
because he didn't picture Luke ever getting married.
He could.
And
I'll give it to him.
I know.
It
makes me angry every time I think about it. Okay.
I feel like
I'm so angry. Mara Jade's awesome.
Yeah, I do love that we're finally getting Heir to the Empire, though.
But I'm saying it was obvious that this was one of the best storylines.
Yeah.
Because they're dragging it back, but they're dragging it back in pieces. I don't like that. Okay, they should have left it alone. They didn't have to.
I mean, I don't have the ability to do this, but if I did, I would say, I find your lack of faith disturbing. Anyway, I'm just messing with you, man. It's all good. Listen, every opinion is valid, even though they're all wrong. But
it's
no, I'm just kidding.
Crazy that he split that all up because people were really building an awesome universe around his stories.
I haven't even read a book featuring Mara Jade yet, and already I'm like, I want to read as much as I can about this. I don't even know barely anything, and I'm like, I want to read everything there is to know about Mara Jade. So
she was bad, dude. She was the
She's the one character that the entire fandom can agree on.
Well, that's one of the few things we can agree on in life. Let's see here. More people are being chiming in here in the chat. I want to take a moment and say hi to him. Dawn says, this will be taken in so many ways. I'm looking at my SO's lightsaber hanging up. Okay, that's weird. No, it's not. I'm kidding. Quentin says, all this lightsaber stuff, it's like business card scene from American Psycho with Christian Bale, but in lightsaber form. Like Patrick Bateman puts his card on the table, his best friend puts his card on the table, and then he puts his card on the table. It's, oh my gosh. Do you remember that scene, the business card scene? I haven't seen it in a while. I have to rewatch that. Dawn says,
jump lightsaber?
Well, she was talking about the business card scene being related to our discussion about lightsabers. And then Dawn says the madness is used to me talking such as this. The Holocon crew is used to me talking like this. Ryan's crew, not so much. It's all right, Dawn. We still love you. By the way, she says laughing emojis was the last thing. So
have you guys ever seen a jump lightsaber?
No.
Ooh.
This is what you do when you're on the ship and you don't have your lightsaber. You construct one.
Yes.
You construct one, right?
Oh my gosh. This has been one giant show and tell hooch-bobber on this thing. While our friendly neighborhood Dave Adams is taking a very important phone call, I do want to take a moment and say, hi, Kelly. It's great to see you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. It's great to see you, and I hope everything's well in your neck of the woods. So the question I have for you, and because I'm going around the table here for everyone respectively, Pops Van Zandt was talking about the Kickstarter that's going on. Dave is in the middle of business with a phone call, so we'll let that slide. Kelly, what has been going on in your neck of the woods as far as Phoenix Sisters cosplay and the Bag of the Cereal Box Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs crew? What do you guys got going on?
So we are working on, of course, Cosplay Cafe is still going on, and you're going to be on Cosplay Cafe for our season finale episode, which will be Star Wars trivia.
Oh, I think.
Can I join? Can I join?
I was going to say you should join.
You probably should, because he's going to win every time.
Yeah.
However, I am getting some books after I get off the show that are going to maybe increase Star Wars knowledge.
Well,
we'll see what happens.
Well, maybe I'll team you two up.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I mean, I could be the master. He could be my apprentice. Oh, wait, that doesn't.
Oh, no, that's not how it works, sir.
No,
that's
you're way
it's the other way around.
Anyway, so technically, he's the senior citizen, and I'm the junior associate, so it's fine.
I can already see it. Shut up, Wesley.
And my audiobook is on track for November still, so I'm really excited about that.
Cool.
That's the audiobook version of Scorcher, which is out. The revised edition is actually out, so you all can buy the nicely polished edition. The original version was out, or I released it 12 years ago, and this year to celebrate the audiobook coming out, and because I wanted to put my best version forward, I released a revised edition. So you can buy the revised edition and see what my wonderful voice actors are going to be adapting.
Cool.
And then other than
it's amazing.
Can we
other
get
than that,
links?
I'm
Can we get links and more links? Can
You
we
might
get
want to
links?
drop those in the
Ooh.
comments section below.
yes.
If
let
you're able to, and
me-
if not, you can always post them later. It's fine.
Well,
Oh,
I
look,
say
another
that
lightsaber
because-
hilt from
No, it's
Dave
the same
Adams.
one. It's the same one.
I say this because what I do is promote people. What Don does in the chat is promote people.
Yes.
We encourage people to drop links in all of our shows on our network as well. So by all means,
Drop those
drop
links.
those
Thank
links
you.
so our people can get them too.
All the links.
You know.
All those links. Drop it like it's hot. Anyway, that's a song from way back when. Melanie
It
says,
is-
trivia! Exclamation point. Happy cat emoji. Well, if you
Ryan,
wanna
you're gonna have to
participate in the
post
trivia-
this for me because it's not letting me
It's being
post,
fidgety?
letting me comment it.
All right, I'll do it. Or no, Pops, you want to do the honors?
I got it.
He's got. Pops Van
Thank
Zandt, he knows
you.
too much for his own good. It's fine. So
I've been doing this live stream
a long
thing for
time.
about 4 years now.
Yeah.
I kind of picked it up.
the words have been a
And
long
Pops, I
time.
feel like this is so I've seen you in the green room, but I feel like this is the first time being on broadcast with you. So
Yes.
Look at
we're
us
not-
bringing all these people
Yeah.
together.
The green room.
It's an
exactly.
honor.
Uncle Carl. Yes, Uncle Carl's green room.
He was here earlier, by the way, in the chat. He was here in the chat earlier.
oh, I miss Carl.
And
Nah,
Don's
well,
from that
Carl,
crew
if you're
too.
still here, why don't
Kelly.
you comment your links to where people can find your books? Doesn't Carl have like a boatload of books out right now? He's got like 4 or 5
Mhm,
somewhere, right,
mhm.
laying around somewhere. They're on
I don't
Lulu.
know.
I can
Isn't
get
Lulu his
Carl's
website
link.
or the website that he uses to distribute his books?
He is on Lulu. I can get you his links.
And then Pops can post him in the comments, which is what Pops Van Zandt is so
I'm
good.
surprised Dawn isn't on top of that because she
Yeah.
hangs out with that crew too.
Dawn. By the way, I'm just curious though, because by the way, thank you for sharing that with us, Kelly, and we're very thankful that we're thankful that all of you are here with us tonight. By the way, this is Ryan's birthday celebration. However, I want to make this about supporting the community of independent content creators from all over the world. So if you have any links that you want to drop in the comments, whether you are joining this live on the replay, please do so, and don't forget to like and share this with everyone you know. But before I forget, because I don't really like this guy very much. No, I'm just kidding. I love him to pieces. Dave Adams.
Yes.
Great to see you. I hope everything's well.
Thank
in your neck
you.
of the woods. What have you and the crew over there been up to recently? Do you have anything to plug for us? What's
God.
going on in your neck of the woods?
We just dropped a new episode of Unrelated at Birth last night. We first actually just went back to doing live streams last night. So that's the first time we've done a live stream in about 6 months. And then we are going to start back up my other show, Around the Fire Pit, here pretty soon. The guys I do it with, one of them is a baseball coach. And so his baseball season was getting in the way of doing episodes. And so probably sometime mid-October, we're going to start Around the Fire Pit back up as well. But other than that, those are the two big shows I have in the hopper right now.
In the hopper? I haven't heard that phrase in a while.
Yeah.
I got a hopper.
That's a good phrase.
I
That's
got
a
a
good
hopper.
phrase to use.
No, I
Hopper.
can dig it. It's cool. So you said Unrelated at Birth went live for the first. Man, that's crazy. But
Yeah.
let me ask you this: because I saw your broadcasts, I saw a few
Yes.
moments of it, and I chimed in. You didn't acknowledge my comments. Really.
Well, I apologize. We
It
were
was
on a
sad.
roll when you were trying to comment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey guys, I have to go put my kiddo to bed. So Ryan, happy birthday.
Thanks for being here, Kelly. Wish you all the best. Have a good one. You're the
Good to see you,
best.
Kelly. Yeah,
You're
I'm about
awesome,
to have
Kelly.
to leave myself. You hear the James Earl Jonesness of my voice. So sinus season in the state of Alabama is not good.
Oh,
And so I'm in the midst of it, and it's hard to talk. But I had to get on here and wish my buddy Ryan a happy birthday. So, Ryan, thank you so much for your friendship. Thank you so much for what you do for the podcasting community. You are very good at helping people get their stuff out, and it means a lot that you have helped me around the years get my stuff out. It means a lot that you have partnered with me on some shows, and I really appreciate your friendship, Ryan. I wish only the best for you in the coming year coming up.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. It's great to see you. Great to have you here. You're welcome to come back anytime. If you ever want to talk stuff about how you're wrong about Star Wars and I'm always right, you're more than welcome to do so.
I mean, that will never happen because
it's never
I'm
gonna happen.
always right.
But listen, it was all kidding aside. It was great seeing you. You're one of my good friends. If you ever need to talk about something, let me know, and vice versa.
Yeah, man.
If I got to talk to you about something, I'm going to DM you, let you know what's going on. But
Please
in the
do.
meantime, give my best to your family, your loved ones. You're doing the right thing by parenting them with Star Wars material. That's great. Keep that up. The girls are going to love it as they get wiser and older and they get tall. I mean, man, it's going to go by so quick.
Hey, you will love this. Actually, I just ordered Ellie, my oldest.
Yes.
Her first Calvin and Hobbes compilation comic strip.
Ooh.
She is going to love it. I had every single one of them growing up.
Wow.
And so we're going on a trip here next week, and I have it coming from Amazon coming in, and so she will get into Calvin and Hobbes, and I can't wait for her to read it.
Jeez, that's a throwback if I ever heard one. Well, that's cool stuff, man. Well, we wish you the best. Thanks for being here. If you ever want to come back for other shows, other topics, other things, as Kelly mentioned, myself and Dave are probably going to be a team on the trivia episode of Cosplay Cafe. That's going to be a barrel of laughs if I ever heard one. But take it easy. You're a gentleman and a scholar. And in the meantime, remember, the Force will be with you, Dave Adams, always.
Always.
Nice meeting you, man.
Man, such a nice dude, isn't he? So cool. By the way, for those of you just joining us, if you're a content creator and you've been on our show before and you want to get on here and celebrate not only my birthday, but celebrate your content that's going out into the world, let us know. Send me a DM on Facebook if you're friends with me. Let us know in the comments of the chat. I will see that pop up. And if you and I are friends on the Book of Face, also known as Facebook, send me a DM and I'll send you the link, as I've been doing here with everybody who has shown up on this program. But for those of you just joining us, thank you so much. This has been so much fun so far. And Pops, the Kickstarter seems to be going well. I will be contributing to that very, very soon. It's coming. Trust me. I just got to wait for the giant duffel bag full of cash to show up on my doorstep. It's coming, though.
You don't take the money until the first week of November.
No, touche.
Anyway.
I know. I just got to get some.
Spot.
I hear you, man. I'm just getting the one or two little itty bitty little ducks in the row. That's all I'm saying.
That's one thing I want everybody to understand. Is like you don't have to pay today. You don't have to pay till the campaign's over, the first week of November. But if you see something you like, you might want to get it today because it might not be there later. You know, like some of the physical campaigns are limited, or the physical rewards are limited. Only 5 sketch cards for each artist. Only 2 of the J. David's comic books signed. There's only 2 of those. There's only 1 of the Hart Fisher, Mike Barron signed The Devil You Know Better. There's only 1 of those. There's stuff up there that when it's gone, basically. So you don't have to pay till later, but you might want to claim it now. You see what I'm saying?
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. By the way, I'm not sure who this individual is. It's Polar Knights. Am I saying that right? I love this show. It is the perfect evolution of beard growth. Wow. I didn't know that our facial hair was a topic of discussion.
That's funny because I just talked to Doc on Wednesday about whether it was time or not to grow out our Santa beards.
Really? Oh, okay.
So this is only like less than a week, guys.
Really? Already?
Well, I had the strip. I always had that strip here.
Okay, well, that's fair. That's
all
fair.
this on the side is all fresh.
Yeah, and by the way, Roxanne says, yes, Ryan is such a great community supporter who always brings on the comedy, laughing emoji. Thank you, Roxanne. Appreciate that. And Quentin says, boy, I hate being right all the time. Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park. That's a good quote. I should probably start using that in my everyday vernacular. By the way, Roxanne, not to put you on the spot here, but if you're interested and you're able and you're willing, feel free to jump in on the show, because I did send you the link to the studio here earlier today. So feel free to jump in if you're able to, Roxanne, because we'd love to see you and hear how things are going for you in your neck of the woods. And hey, if you want to, talk some music. I mean, I like music, right? Everybody likes music, so feel free to chime in with that.
I just followed her on Twitter. I was her first follower.
Oh, really?
First follower on Twitter.
Oh, by the way, the way you can find her on Instagram and other social media channels are Rox LLL Music. That's her social media plug right there. So Roxanne, feel free to follow her. She's a wonderful person inside and out, and she's a music therapist. So,
and the reason, look, the whole reason that how I found Brian is because Brian does what I do, promotes promotes tirelessly, whether it's on his live shows or like I do in my group as well on Twitter. I mean, I'm out all day long. All I'm pretty much doing is sharing stuff. And Ryan, we call it Twix now.
Oh, Twitch. Okay. All right. I'm thinking, wait a minute, where's this going again? But yeah, no, I caught that. It took me a second.
We Twix and retwix now. Okay.
We made some tweaks and we made some Twitch. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what. This. Gee whiz, you and your feelings. Roxanne says, "Thank you, heart emoji." Does that? Well, we're giving you some credit here, but does that mean you want to come on the show? Because you're more than welcome to. Just let us know. But in the meantime, I do want to let you know about some things that Nerd Culture is going to be up to in the coming weeks, right? Let's talk about that for a minute here, Pops. So we're on our quest to reach 1,000 subscribers. And the only way we can do that is with you, our incredible people. So if you tell your friends about us, and then they tell their friends, and they tell their friends, and so on and so on and so on. You know how these things go. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're going to do a great big live stream celebration that's going to include returning guests, some surprise guests, and some special giveaways. And before I get to that, let's talk about the giveaways here, because I've been in touch with some wonderful independent creators out there who have said, hey, when you reach 1,000, I'm willing to offer up some things as giveaway items, right? So I want to take a moment here. And I want to say hello to our friend John Pinto. You can find him at the Art of John Pinto on Instagram. He has some wonderful artwork, and I want to take a moment here and share some of these prints that you tell your friends about us and subscribe to the channel. And we're going to find a way to figure out how we're going to give away these prizes. We're either going to do it during the live stream, or we'll figure that out. Once we hit 1,000, we will put those things together. But in the meantime, look at this.
Big screen yourself, man.
All right, I'll put it up on the big screen. Give me a second here. Hold on. So let's take a look at this for a moment. This is, speaking of Star Trek TNG celebrating its 36th anniversary, these are characters from Star Trek Strange New Worlds here with Captain Christopher Pike, if I remember correctly. And you got Spock. You got one of the other officers there. I'm sorry, I don't know who that is. But this is one of the possible items that that we are going to be giving away as special giveaways. So this is one of the prints that he sent over to us. So thank you, John Pinto. Make sure you're following him on all forms of social media. Check out his Instagram page and his website. His Facebook page, too. Definitely check him out on Facebook. So another print here. Has anyone seen the trailer for this property that's got the 60th anniversary spectacular coming up soon? Has anyone seen that? If you're a Whovian and you want to get your hands on this, we got to reach 1,000 subscribers. So tell your friends about us, subscribe to the channel, and once we do the live stream celebration, we're going to figure out a way to get this over to you. So you could win this as a giveaway item. So look at that. Look at all those doctors. That is a lot of doctors. That is, oh my gosh. That's a plethora of doctors for Doctor Who. Hello, sweetie. Anyone remember Doctor Who? Any Whovians out there? Let us know. And another print. These are just a few of the prints. There's a lot more here on the set, but I want to take a moment to share just a few of them here to entice you, if it will. Parker, I need those pictures of Spider-Man. So check this out. Look how cool that is. A Daily Bugle with the Green Goblin, J. Jonah Jameson's name written all over it, and that crazy-looking web head, that menace, that web-slinging menace. That's Spider-Man. So if you're a fan of these properties in any way, shape, or form, help us reach 1,000, and these are giveaway items we're going to be giving away to you, our incredible fans / subscribers. So there you go. Feel free to follow the Art of John Pinto on Instagram and Facebook. Check him out. He's a great guy. He's got a lot of great artwork over there. And these are just a few of the prints they're going to be presenting to whoever may win those things. So there you go. That's the schmealy dealy. That's something I wanted to tell you about in terms of once we reach 1,000, this is what you're eligible to receive. And also, we're doing a show celebrating the old times of the Old West. Yeah, going back to the Old West times. Those tough guys, those tough women. Things weren't so black and white. They were gray. They were great. Action sequence. There were shootouts there. There were bank robberies and all that, Western Celebration is going to be hosted by myself and Laurie Calcaterra from the Madness, the Comic Madness Network. She's going to be my co-host on that extravaganza. That's going to take place live in front of all of you fine-looking people on Friday, October 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to be on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, the whole enchilada, if you know what I'm saying. We're going to be talking about
Wait
Western.
a minute.
Yes.
I'm going to be on Comic Crusaders with Omega at the exact same time.
Well, you can,
but that's okay because I love Laurie. Laurie, if you guys don't know Laurie from the Tuesday Morning Brew, one of the best decisions I ever made once I started this network was to give her that show. She is the best. That's all I want to say. She's the best. Continue on, my friend.
No, she's a superstar in her own right. Absolutely. I agree with Pops Van Zandt 100%. So Western Celebration, we're going to talk about Western movies, Western TV series, Western books, books that are set in the Old West. Anything and everything Western is up for grabs. So join us to celebrate the Old West with Ryan and Laurie, who's writing an incredible series called Path of the Pale Rider, which is, man, sounds like a song just waiting to happen.
Her story is awesome, man. I'm telling you what. It's definitely one of the deepest world builds that.
Really? I haven't read it yet, so I can't say.
Death is broken. Nothing dies. You can decay, but nothing dies. Just let that roll around in your head for a minute. Insects don't die. Food that we eat, like cows, don't die. You're gonna eat a moving burger? Are you? Just okay. The implications politically, geographically, mentally, it creates an apocalypse. Death is broken. I mean, animals aren't dying. It's just. Once you start rolling around the implications in your mind, and then you think to yourself, man, she'd have to really think this out to do this. She has really thought this out to do this. Like, it's deep, Brian. It's really deep. She's got, I think, 3 story arcs of 12 issues.
Really?
And okay. She's, yeah.
Congratulations to Laurie and her creative team over there.
She's writing wise, she's halfway through the 2nd story arc. So she's got like 20 books done.
Wow, a couple irons in the fire there. Quentin goes on to say, Pops, does Crom wear shoes?
Crom wears, let me see, I have to look at a picture of him real quick. Not too many people have drawn his feet.
I don't think he does.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to refer to my video
references.
library.
Well, while you're doing that, Dawn says, roll around in your head like Ellie's eyeball.
You'll find out about Ellie's eyeball.
That'll be a story for another day entirely. And then Melanie goes on to say, the removal of destined death. That's part of the plot of Elden Ring. That's good stuff, says Melanie.
It's really her whole thing is like.
Check out Laurie Calcaterra on social media, and also check out Path of the Pale Rider, which I'm sure
the campaign's live right now.
I'm sure Pops is going to take that Kickstarter link that's going on for Laurie and place that in the comments.
You most surely know that I'm going to. Yeah, there are some short films, man. That look, I'm going to put the
you might want to put that in there too.
I'm going to put the link to her website as well.
Yes, that would be an excellent idea.
But if you look at her campaign, she has short films, fan interactive short films, all kinds of fan interactive stuff. Her campaign is the most fan interactive indie comic campaign online, hands down.
That's wonderful.
I've been involved in her short films. Dawn's been in her short films. Okay. It's fan interactive. She really includes the people that like her stuff in her stuff. Also, there is not a drawn-in tier on Path of the Pale Rider #4, but you can be drawn into a future episode by pledging to that tier on the Roku campaign. If you want to get drawn into Path of the Pale Rider as somebody who gets zombified or squished, or, I don't know what she's going to do to you, but if you want to get drawn into an apocalyptic Western, for $100, I think on the Roku campaign, she offered that as a tier on our campaign to help us get funded. Okay, so there it is, man. Path of the Pale Rider. Let me get the campaign thing up there too, though, not just the website.
Oh, of course, and
I think all of the movies, all the short films are on the campaign too. I mean, you can see it all. It's hilarious. I mean, some of it's just funny, man. I don't want to tell you too much because you're going to have her on Friday and you're going to get to see it all as it is. But it's good stuff, guys. That's just all there is to it.
Boy, so many Kickstarters in so little time.
Her and Carissa, the two hardest working women.
Oh my gosh. Let's talk about this for a minute. So Laurie, so first of all, well, let me get to the programming stuff that we were discussing earlier. Pops and I were talking about this. The Western thing's coming up on October the 6th. That's a Friday. Laurie's going to be with us on that one. Let me just clear that up for a second. And then also, we're going to be doing a new series. We haven't figured out the dates or the times yet. We're still in the process of figuring it out. But we're going to be doing a new episodic podcast series called The Meaning of Fandom with special guests from all over the globe. And the reason we're doing that is because I've had this thought about a show for a long time, and specifically about what does it mean to be a fan of a certain property to that person? What does a certain character mean to that individual? So we're going to be exploring what it truly means to be a fan of a certain fandom or to be a fan of a very specific character, and we cannot wait to share that with you all. So make sure you're following us across all our social media platforms. Once we have the details on when and what time those are going to go live, we will let you know about that. That is very important stuff, and we're very, very excited to share that with all of you who are watching or listening to this birthday celebration. And also, this is where we are trying to build each other up by dropping our links to our content creators in the comments in the chat. If you're a content creator, by all means, drop it in the comments, drop it in the chat, whether you're joining us live on the replay. And do not forget to like and share this with everyone we know. Also, we were talking about
what's on the replay. Just put it in the comments below. Put all your links down there, because then everybody watching on the replay sees all that too.
100%. And also something we're very excited about. We talked about music therapy. We talked about Roxanne earlier, and she's doing a wonderful thing with music therapy and doing all that wonderful stuff. Speaking of music, one of the biggest names of your childhood, if you grew up like me in the 90s, he's going to be with us on October 14th. Ron Wasserman, the composer of such great hit theme songs such as Power Rangers, X-Men from 1992, Dragon Ball Z, certain other seasons of Power Rangers that took place during the 90s, and so on and so forth, other theme songs and other properties. That man, that legend, is going to be here with us on Saturday, October 14th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time for a very special episode of, and I quote, the composer himself, Ron Wasserman, is going to be in the building, and we are more phenomenally excited and ready to have him here with us. So make sure you're following us across all social media channels. Those links are up right now on Facebook, YouTube, to bookmark it. Click, I'm going to that event. I'm going to be there. I'm going to get the notification when things go up and they go live. I'm very much looking forward to having him here in the virtual studio because the guy's, he's composed some of the best theme songs of all time.
I'm going to go let a dog out real quick, and then I'm going to come talk to you about music.
Oh, sure. Sounds like a plan, my man. No problem at all. Just let me know. Excuse me. Let me know when you're back. G. Willikers. If anyone else wishes to join us on this special presentation, you're willing to be on camera and be in front of a live audience or a replay audience for that matter, DM me on Facebook. Let me know you want to come on here and spread the love of independent content creators of all over the world. I know I've sent some of you guys, some of you individuals, I should say, just to be, perfectly clear, invites. So click on those links to the studio, chime in here. We'd love to hear from you. While we're doing that, also, I want to take this moment and say thank you to some of our great independent content creators out there. While we get some more of our guests here into the studio and await their arrival, I'm going to share with you something that is an incredible author. She's an incredible person inside and out. Please feel free to check out her stuff on social media. She is an independent writer. Check out some of these fine people.
Secrets, trust, The bond between souls, intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret, Warrior's Trust, and Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.
Author Cindy Koepp is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Koepp at CKOEPP.com today.
In the summer of 1953, private investigator Will Lucky Marks was working as the in-house private eye for Arcane Pacific Pictures. Trapped inside the studio with the killer, Lucky must find the killer before time runs out. Lot 28. Own it today. Available iTunes and Amazon.com.
Choose high-flying action. Choose death-defying escapes. Choose spine-tingling thrills. Choose nail-biting intrigue. Now's your chance to choose the adventure. The Captain Hawkland Adventures. Available on Amazon.com.
Boy, a lot of great content creators in store for you. So if you're into any of that stuff, if anything fits your fancy, check out all those wonderful people on all those social media channels.
Look, hold up. Michaela, love Michaela. Cindy is one of our sponsors on the network. Okay. She's also the one that makes the little crochet crumbs on the Roku campaign. She's only making 5 of them, guys. They're going to be limited. But if you want one of them little crochet crumbs, Cindy Koepp is the one that makes them. I mean, our worlds cross. This, you know, our circles do cross. We do have people that are known in both circles, and that's cool. You know, that's how it grows. I keep trying to tell people it's like networking. is how everybody's stuff grows. Look, I get to meet Ryan now. Some of Ryan's people that didn't know me before, they know me now. They can go follow my channel. People.
So does Jeff. Jeff knows you now. Hi, Jeff.
What's up, Jeff?
Hey guys. I apologize. It was a long day at work today, and
yeah, you overslept.
I was napping.
Yeah, you were cat napping, is what you were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sorry, Pops. Didn't mean to cut you off there, but I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge our good friend Jeff, who's been on with us a number of times. Jeff, this is Pops Van Zandt.
Nice to meet you, Pops. I actually liked what you were saying just now. That's absolutely the truth. Is if you don't get yourself out there, if you don't start talking to people, being willing to meet people and just kind of, pick your spots. Obviously, I overheard what you were saying about networking, and I totally agree with it. You never know where it's going to go. About 5 years ago, I go to a convention down in Maryland, and it's about an hour from my house. And here I am meeting this great guy named Ryan, who's leading a really good discussion about what it means, what Smallville meant to him. And here we are a few years later, and he had this great idea of doing a podcast together, and it's been fun so far. And now I get to meet somebody like you who, obviously has a lot of experience in the industry as well, and that's kind of where everything goes, is when you have the opportunity to have a conversation with somebody, do it. I understand that everybody is different, as far as their personality and everything else, but if you just stand there and you just kind of frozen, you
can't stay in your own circle.
Yeah,
basically,
exactly.
Or you're telling the same people the same story, right? When I started doing the Facebook group, I tried to explain to people, look, you guys follow each other, you guys promote each other. When your fan base crosses over with his fan base, now both your fan bases grow. Okay, y'all got to talk about each other, promote each other. Networking is so important. Okay, so I built a Facebook group so people could do that. And it's just for dropping your links, telling people you're available to do art or flatting or writing or whatever, right? The Facebook group. And if you go look there, Ryan knows there ain't no crap. There ain't no who can beat who posts. There ain't no nothing people are going to argue about. It's people's content.
We're just simple people trying to make our way in the universe. I drop a link in there every day so people know what we're doing, programming wise.
And I tell people to do that. Drop a link there every day.
Which I do
because
every day.
I want the feed to move so fast that you got to check it every day.
I post once a day.
Yes.
Wow.
I do it 7 days a week, man. There is no quitting. There is no drop. Like, there's not a day where I don't drop. Hey, if you missed this, here's the replay, right? Pops, you've seen my replay links. Jeff, you've seen a few of them on your side of the fence. I mean, by the way, people are chiming in the chat here, and they're saying hello. So let's say hello to those kind folks. Roxanne says, I'm so excited to hear Ron Wasserman's interview. Terry M. Brown, the historical fiction writer, which you should be following. She says, I got to run. Hope your birthday is superb. Thank you, Terry. Wish you all the best. I will talk to you soon. Madness was referring to, I know people from ads. Dave Manley says, joyful born date, Ryan. Boy, thanks, Dave Manley. I never heard that one before. Good Lord, you're being original. Let's see here. More people are chiming in. I'm trying to think. Let me see. So-and-so is creative. So-and-so is doing this. Oh, wow. Dawn says, Cindy created Noble for Michaela. That's interesting. Cool stuff. And then both circles, I swear, I just saw 5 or 6 overlap. Laugh out loud.
You didn't say that.
Dawn's just being silly, but anywho,
well, no, it is true though. You got the John B. Pica, you got the BKM, you got Carl. Right. You got all these different circles that all overlap each other, and that's because those people and like myself all are reaching out and trying to increase the fan base for everybody. That's really what the Roku thing is about, guys. It's just like the next level of what I started on Facebook 4 years ago. And Jeff, I am not by any means an industry professional. Okay, I started doing this 4 years ago because I got kicked out of a Facebook group that I used to share a lot of people's stuff in. and
Jeez.
it made me mad, so I made my own group.
Mm.
And then the bad summer shut everything down, and I turned my group into a networking promotions group to help my friends get their stuff seen, because they weren't setting up tables that summer. And it just kept growing and growing and growing. And I'm just a guy who loves comics, man, and loves promoting people that make comics. I owe these creators a lifetime of entertainment. I'm just giving some of these guys back some of what they gave me, you know.
What he said. Anyway, so I mean, first of all, it's great to see you, Jeff. And the second question I had for you, well, first of all, is how are you doing? And the second part of that is, what do you got going on, man? I hear you got a lot of big deals that are about to go down and do some good stuff and make a huge impact on this world of ours that we live in. So, Jeff, tell the individual who may be just joining us, watching or listening, who are you and what do you do for a living?
Well, first of all, I was it's been kind of a long week. I've been kind of up and down, not sleeping a lot. Is just kind of tired during the week because as I'm a substitute teacher by trade, but last couple of days I've been spending with the autistic support classroom, and they've been very active lately, especially today. They were kind of just all over the place. Now this is a classroom where the spectrum is just from lower to intermediate levels to there's one who's very high functioning. It's really interesting. But then he does show his behaviors and everything else. So it's there, but it's not where he's verbal. He understands. He takes everything that you say to him and processes it and can complete pretty much understand everything you're saying. But yeah, I came home today and I was like, oh man, I'm looking forward to chatting with Ryan. But I was, if you couldn't tell, I'm still trying to get my contacts to be a little bit less dry because I fell asleep on the couch right next to my computer, and the next thing I know, I look down and I'm like, oh, I'm missing this. So I wanted to at least try to make an appearance and apologize first of all for running a little bit behind, a good amount of behind schedule. But to my friend, happy birthday. It's a privilege and an honor to be your friend, and I appreciate it very much. But so basically, what Ryan's referring to is I am a consigner. I'm one of those folks who go to conventions. And I will go into autograph groups and I'll post and I'll say, hey, I'm going to this convention. If you want any help, feel free to get a hold of me and send me your items, and I'll get them signed by the guests that you're in need of. I've been doing that for, about 8 years. A little backstory was I live in central Pennsylvania in Harrisburg, but I grew up near Chicago, so I'm a lot used to things going on weekends and having friends around and being able to go out and do whatever I want, and hang out, within a positive and place and stuff like that. But moving to Pennsylvania about 20 years ago, as I've gotten older, I found that a lot of people are married with children around here, and there's not much to do. So one day I was just like, I was on Facebook and I saw an ad to meet Alice Cooper at Chiller Theater. And, Chiller Theater's in Parsippany, which is probably about 20 minutes from where my grandparents lived in Wayne before they passed away. So I said, oh, I know that drive really well. Why not I take a drive and go meet Alice Cooper? We're not worthy, So I go and I get a ticket on Sunday because, I think it was the cheapest ticket of the weekend. And there were some other guests there. And I was like, yeah, that could be fun. Let me see what happens. And I get there and I find out that Alice Cooper doesn't stick around on Sundays at any convention because he likes to play golf on Sundays. So he'll fly out Saturday to go back to Arizona and play golf on Sunday. So I thought that was pretty funny. But I thought it was just so much fun because, you know, I've met a lot of people just standing in lines waiting to meet the celebrity that we wanted to meet. And you just start talking and sharing your passion for that particular genre or whatever, or story. And next thing you know, you've got a new friend. And, you know, my younger brother likes to laugh and say, Jeff can make friends anywhere he goes. And it's just kind of one of those things that I've had a knack for over the years. I'm a social person, and the convention scene just kind of spoke to me. It was kind of like one of those things. And I didn't, without even realizing it, I was collecting autographs since I was in high school, because I was going to concerts and I was going to different venues, and I'd stick around and get the band's autographs after a while. So that's kind of the root of it. And then it kind of transitioned into conventions and whatnot. So so I am helping out some folks the weekend of October 12th. We're doing I'm going to be a part of one group, and we're doing New York Comic Con together. So my younger brother and an old friend of mine will probably be running around with me at the Javits Center. And while we're doing that, my friend and business partner, he's going to be doing a small backroom signing with Ozzy Osbourne in Valley Forge at the famous Monster Fest convention. And then I got another friend and business partner down in Hunt Valley, and he's going to be doing Monster Mania Con. So kind of crazy. I've never tried to coordinate between myself and others to do conventions on the same weekend. It's always been something I've done on my own, and maybe I got my younger brother involved or something like that, but that's about it. But yeah, there have been some discussions about maybe finally bringing in our own guest to a convention, and we're looking at Fan Expo Chicago for that, and that would be a pretty big name. So, but I don't want to start making, you know, I've learned over the years not to kind of get too excited about something down the line. So I don't want to say, oh, we're going to get this person for this convention and it's going to be awesome. It's still very early on, so we want to just see how it goes. And then the other thing we were working on is possibly getting us a small number of spaces to bring over to San Francisco for a certain big name in the back room. But we're still waiting to hear on that. But I mean, I think it would be really cool to go from somebody who stands in line waiting for 5 autographs from Dean Cain to, hey, I'm going to go get 125 things signed in the back room with, and then take a picture with them, you know. So we'll see what happens, but that's kind of how things work, right? They start out slow and small, and then all of a sudden you just end up meeting the right person or coming across the right post and you say, I wonder what that person's got going on. And you start talking, and you know, the next thing you know, after a half hour talking, you've got a new friend and a possible business plan. So we're working on those things. You know,
if you happen to go look at what I got going on, we got ad space for what you got going on.
Really? Okay. Well, I'll definitely come by and check that out if I can get these things started. That's for sure.
Dude, yeah,
wow,
right
look
there.
at that.
Convention sponsorship tiers, comic store sponsorship tiers, even for people who just have a regular campaign. You know, it's like it's going to be very affordable. It's going to run. We're going to run a Roku network all through 2024, and hopefully it catches on and we can continue on going forward. But we're definitely funding it to run for the whole year. So any ad space that you buy will definitely go up next year on our Roku network. Okay. You know, different levels, but yeah, go check it out.
Yeah, that was something Ryan was telling me about.
I did bring it to his attention at one point. I did.
Yeah, I had no idea that there was like Roku channels that actually did stuff like this. So this is
I didn't know about it either until I saw this Kickstarter, and I'm thinking, dude, this could take nerd culture to the next level.
There aren't any. That's why it's the next move. There's like one or two comic channels on Roku, but they're like one show a week. We're going to go over there with the Netflix style view on demand. We already have 35 or 40 shows, and we're bringing more in. So it's like people are going to be able to binge watch Ryan's show from beginning to present. If he was to buy that level, where like say the $125, you upload 200 videos of your previous content. So the day the channel starts, you already got 200 videos up there.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? That people can binge watch.
All the episodes of Convention Chronicles will be up there, man.
We already have about 2,500 videos from different playlists, different shows to put up there already.
That's a plethora.
Yeah, we're not going up there with nothing and hoping. We're going up there and dropping the cannonball in the pool.
There's an expression I haven't heard in a while.
I want to make a big splash when we land there. And we already have our foot in the door through Hart Fisher's American Horror channel. We'll be playing our ads on their channel before we even launch. They'll know we're coming. He's gotten 8 million views on his channel the last 3 years. So the ads won't be wasted.
Think of it like this way, Jeff. Remember that indie film that came out 100 years ago? They're coming to get you, Barbara. I mean, we are coming to get it, man. We're coming to get you. We're getting the attention. We're getting the notoriety. Like all that stuff is coming, big man. So you better jump on the boat before it leaves the port, brother. Yeah. So, we'll leave the link in the comments. It's in there during the live stream and the replay. And by the way, more people are chiming in the chat here. I want to take a moment and say hello to those kind folks who've been very patient during this time. Let me see if I can find those comments of where they went. Hold on a second. Where were they? Roxanne says, blessings to you, Jeff. That requires a lot of energy for your job and how stressful it's been as of late. Admiral Reeds, also known as Christie, also known as Snips & Co. _ on Instagram. Hashtag always be promoting your friends. What's up, yo? Christie, great to see you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate you. We appreciate you. In the words of DJ K, I appreciate you. So thank you, Admiral Reeds. Follow Admiral Reeds on Instagram as well, because you want to talk some Star Wars. Nothing but Star Wars. She's got it all in spades, my friend. So check it out. By the way, Whitefire Comics, not sure if we met before, but he says, hello. And then Quentin goes on to say, I got to get some shut-eye. Good night, y'all.
That's Doran Corkum from Whitefire Comics. He does.
Oh.
Let's see.
And there he is again saying good night.
Quint, and he's got Forbidden Future. He's got some good stuff.
That's fair enough. And then Roxanne says, I have to put my kiddo to bed now. It was great to hear the speakers / your friends on this show, and I'm honored to be your friend, Ryan. Happy birthday. See you in the ethers. Wow. Thank you, Roxanne. Appreciate you. Wish you all the best. Give my best to your family and your loved ones over there in their neck of the woods, respectively. Dawn says, good night, Q. Good night, Ned. Remember that movie, Three Amigos? Good night, Ned. Good night, Ned. The turtle turns to the camera, winks at the camera. Quentin says, Pops, if you found any full images of Crumb, shoe or bare feet, let him know. Thanks. There's your memo.
I sent him the only two. Now, look, all the Crumb art is everybody else's Crumb art. I don't draw. I have like 50 to 100 different renditions of Crumb from all different kinds of people.
That's different.
But there's only two that show his feet. I sent them both to you, Q. One he has shoes on and one he doesn't.
And Q says, good night, Dawn, and Whitefire Comics. There you go. Everyone's saying good night to each other. Dude, the night is young. It's too early to go to bed. But I'll say this, though.
In the Netherlands.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay. Massive time difference, everybody, because everyone we know in this world we know called the internet, they all live in 30,000 different time zones that I don't have the time or the patience to look up on the internet. But when I say to people, hey, we're going live at 8 p.m. Eastern time, that's my way of saying, please check your local listings if you don't know what time that is in your neck of the woods. That's why we put these things on the flyers. You see what I did there with the Western theme that we're doing in a week or so, Pops, with Laurie and I? It says 8 Eastern time. Come on. Let's see here. Quentin says, happy birthday, Ryan. Thank you, Quentin. Thank you. Appreciate that. Jeff, I wish you nothing but success with what's going on, how many irons you got in the fire, how many deals you're trying to sign and get going, because and this is something we were getting to here in this discussion. And for those of you just joining us, this is Ryan's birthday celebration, but it's also a community event where you can share your links if you're a content creator from anywhere in the known universe. Drop those links in the chat, drop them in the comments, whether you are joining this live or on the replay. Thank you all for being here. And do not forget to like and share this with everyone you know. So, Jeff, we're trying to raise each other up here. Yeah. So with that being said, some people have said that things are about being in the right place at the right time, and timing is everything, right? Well, in my opinion, based on my experience in the, this crazy world that we're living in, known as an industry of podcasting anyway, because Lord knows I can't draw. I can hardly, my handwriting is chicken scratch. It's terrible. But I did write a short story once. So maybe that'll get published someday. You never know. With that being said, Jeff, timing is everything. And I truly believe that everything that you're doing is incredible. I think things are going to happen for you that you never would have expected, because you know how to hustle and flow, man. Like, you just know how to do it. You know how to do it. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it. Make your dreams come true. And Jeff, you are doing that in spades, man. You're hustling. And when you hustle and you put in the work, it pays off in the long run. Anyone that we've met on, whether it's Neuroculture Channel or the Madness Comics Network on Facebook, I'm telling you, these people put in the work and they hone their craft. I mean, you want to talk about hard work? I mean, Pops, you were bringing this up earlier, and I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to chime in on this when you were discussing it previously. Carissa Grant, who is going to be on this show, the And I Quote show, she's going to be on here in 2 weeks, Pops. Carissa has like all these ideas in her mind, and she's got all these. She how many does she do a year? Like 4, 5, 6, 7 Kickstarters a year?
I'll tell you.
I don't know how she does that, but Carissa, if you're watching this, which I know that you are, because I invited you to come, your work ethic is insane. I mean, Pops, you know about this, right?
Have you been able to interview Carissa yet?
She's been on a couple of shows, but like the one-on-one interview that we're going to be doing with her is in a few weeks on And I Quote, which I believe is going to be on October the 15th, I want to say.
Nice. I talk to Carissa on a regular basis.
Yeah, I think you talk to her every day, don't you?
Well, not every day, but pretty much. I met her about 10 months ago, and she had 2 days left to campaign in book 1. She isn't signed up for book 7 right now, guys.
Look at that.
She ain't messing around.
Book 7. Book 7.
She pays for everything out of pocket ahead of time, and then crowdfunds in hopes that she gets what, somewhat recompensated for it. But the day the campaign ends, shipping begins. And the day that shipping is over, the next sign-up page goes up. The girl ain't messing around.
No.
Her and her co-writer have probably already written 100 issues out. Okay, they're that far out on the story redemption with some side stories and stuff. Her artists are fast. They get the work done so she can put the book out. Ooh, it's amazing. Carissa and Laurie are I'm not taking away from any other female in indie comics, but they are the hardest 2 working women that I've met since I started doing this.
Yeah, and we get to talk to Laurie next week about Westerns and the celebration of the Western genre, respectively, which we showed you here earlier on this program. Don't forget to go back and feel free to watch that portion of the show. But Carissa's going to be here in a couple of weeks. She's going to be on And I Quote. That's a one-on-one show where we get to sit down with an independent content creator from anywhere and everywhere in the known universe and talk about what they're so passionate about and why they're passionate about it. And that's why I love doing And I Quote, right? Because we get to meet new people every single time And I Quote goes on the air. And Pops, you've seen our episodes, you know what we do. Yeah. It's fun, it's and in the words of my good friend Marty McFly, it's been educational. It really has, because Carissa's got some great story ideas. I think Laurie's got. Everyone I've met, every single person, including you, Jeff. You're a hustler. You know how to hustle the hustler. You are a beast. Everyone that I've had on this show, everyone that we've had on Neuroculture Channel as a whole, is hardworking, dedicated, and they are just. They take no prisoners. They are out to win it. They're in it. In the words of a non-existent sequel that happened to a movie 20 years ago, they are in it to win it, because I think that's the 4th or 5th title in the Bring It On series that I'm not going to discuss on this show. But listen, I see promos. Okay, they just come across my desk. I don't know who sends them to me, but it just happens to happen. But the point is that if you love something, and you hone your craft and you do it and you share that passion with other people in the known universe, they're going to pick up on that, because energy radiates to other people. That positive energy is what we want out of this whole smorgasbord. Boy, that's a word I haven't used in a while, of programming. Because if you love what you do, Jeff, it's not called work. So what Pops does, if he loves it so much, it's not work for him. For me, what I do with podcasting and entertaining the millions and millions of people out there, it's not work, because I love.
Right. If you're gonna do it, millions, you gotta do it, bro.
I know. I mean, I could, but I don't want to burst anyone's eardrum that's currently listening to this podcast. But I apologize. I'll do better next time for you, Pops. I promise. But
I was really glad to see him last week or whatever.
Yeah, he was on SmackDown. He just showed up out of nowhere. He was interrupting. What was it, Pat McPhee and the other dude? I forget. Oh, Austin Theory. Which, by the way, that's one of the strangest names I've ever heard in my life. Who the heck calls himself? Is that a character name or is that his actual name?
I think it's a theory. I think it's a theory.
I'm hoping it's a character name.
Because I'm going to say, who on earth would call themselves Austin Theory? That is just... I'm sorry. I can't get behind that gimmick. But listen, I left the wrestling business years ago, so that's why I don't watch anymore, because of weird names like Austin Theory. But... Well, there are other reasons too.
One thing.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm gonna have to check out here in a minute. I did want to say one thing about what you were saying about.
Go ahead.
Good quotes about what really we're doing here. Now, there's one on my campaign which totally fits what I'm doing, and that's a great idea. Is only a great idea once you've surrounded yourself with the right people. Then and only then can it become a reality. And that's what's happened with us, okay? I finally have the right set of people around me to go to the next level. We're doing it. You don't wait then. When you get the right team together, you go. You just go. You don't look back. This is comics, people. Have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun. You know,
I should know. I have 3 short boxes full of comics. Although Jeff, on the other hand, has like 30,000 long boxes full of comics.
No.
Well, let me put it to you this way, Pops. This guy has way more graded comics than I care to count.
there's about 7,000 right here, Rob.
Oh, you got me beat. Yeah,
Pops has 7,000 in his studio.
Yeah.
Or in his home. I'm sorry.
I got filing cabinets. I got boxes.
Wow.
I got boxes.
Filing cabinets.
About 30. Yeah, I got filing cabinets and about 30 short boxes too.
Wow. 30 short boxes.
Dude, can you imagine that?
I mean, you can see them back here, right?
Oh, yeah, I see them. Yep.
On this side of me, they're all stacked up all high. On this side, right behind me.
That's a lot of comics, bro.
Yeah.
We do a show called The Show Offs on Sunday. Me and a friend of mine from England called Dave Houston. We call him Texas Dave because he lives in England, right? But we show off our comics and we show, like, you'll see an English version and an American version of the same comic, right?
Okay.
As we go through the boxes together. It's a pretty cool show. The guy from John's Long Box joined us last week. Dude, we got so many different shows that are good. As a matter of fact, starting right now, is the Horror Movie Club with Brian Christgau. It's a replay this week because he's in transition. He's moving into an apartment, doesn't have his internet set up yet. So I played a replay, but it's one of my favorites. It's Terrifier. We covered the movie Terrifier, and it's good stuff.
Okay.
I never heard of it. There's a lot of horror.
I've heard of it. I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it yet.
Jeff, you got some homework to do then.
Well, you go to enough horror conventions, you hear and see all sorts of stuff.
Hear things.
Terrifier is a big one. Terrifier's a big one. So,
it's Terrifier, and we covered Terrifier 2 as well, I think.
Oh, jeez. I didn't know this person was on this bandwagon. I'm sorry. Whitefire Comics says, wait, did you eat some cake? And then Dawn says, I'm not heading to bed, but I'm hanging out with other friends at another show, which is also called Stupid O'Clock, which is airing right now. Melanie says, horror movies. Yes. Melanie, I didn't know you were such a big horror movie fan. Nice. You never told me that. We've been friends for years, and I don't think I've ever heard this about you, Melanie. You've been holding out on me.
Yeah, I think right now, if you go over to my YouTube channel, you will see the Horror Movie Club just started.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well,
is Horror Movie Club one of the Facebook groups?
Well, it's a show on YouTube, isn't it?
I don't think he has a Facebook group. I know we're on.
Do you want to put the link to his playlist in the chat?
Well, I'm going to put the link to this show in the chat.
Well, in the chat. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry.
That's interesting, Pops. There's a huge Facebook group called Horror Movie Club, and that's where I post a lot of stuff when I'm going to a horror convention like Monster Mania and this other one, Famous Monsters. I posted both of those in there this week, actually. So
I didn't know Melanie was big into horror films. Melanie, you and I are gonna have to talk here pretty soon because I didn't know you were a horror fan. I mean, you're a fan of other stuff too. But anyway, that's beside the point. Pops, I gotta tell you, there's a lot going on, and I want to say thank you for Pops Van Zandt for joining us on this Ryan's birthday celebration, also known as a build up the community spectacular. Pops, where can the person watching or listening to this follow you specifically on social media and everything that you have coming up? Pops, the stage is yours.
Pops Van Zandt is my personal on Facebook, but everything I do is in the group. You go to Comic Related Madness, that's where I'm doing my thing. Okay, I might share stuff to my personal, but I don't really interact on that much. I'm in the group, and there's a reason for that. Okay, I stay out of my news feed on Facebook. I don't want to get involved in none of that. I promote on Facebook. Okay, Twix is worse because you can't separate the two, and you're forced to look at that feed, and it can have a whole bunch of crap that you don't care about, and sometimes you get triggered and you respond, and I don't like Twix as much, you know what I mean, because of that, because you can't separate your stuff from everything else. But that's where the Horror Movie Club originated. Okay, that's Brian Christgau and Matt Burke. They're the ones that host that show. That right there is the one we're showing right now. It's a replay, like I say, because Brian's trying to get his internet set up in his new apartment. He's not ready yet. So, no, I'm not there. But we did play a replay that I do appear in. I will be in it. I actually played this one tonight because when I went looking for one to play, it showed a clip of me with my late dog Zeus, big husky dog that passed away last year. And I was like, yeah, I'm showing that one. I want to go watch Zeus. So thanks, guys.
Yeah. Well, we thank you for being here. We wish you the best of luck with everything you got going on with the Kickstarters, the Facebook group, and everyone that's a part of that family and community. So, Pops, thanks. I knew you were going to be here. I just didn't know you were going to be here for this long. But hey, it's a party, so anyone can have as many food and drinks and cake as they want. So,
one
Pops,
thing I'll never do is leave somebody hanging by themselves.
Well, that's good because hosting a show by myself is for anyone for that matter, is very, very difficult. So thank you, Pops. I appreciate you being here. In the meantime, stay healthy and stay strong, my friend.
And I got one message from Mr. Bracey in the chat. I talked to Al today, bro. We're good.
There you go. Oh, that's nice. An interesting profile picture. But anyway.
Thank you, Ryan. Which one is it? Oh, yeah. Okay. He's the wizard in our game stream on Fridays. The Madness Gaming.
There's a Madness Gaming stream? Wow. Okay.
Oh, dude, we have video games. We have a Roll20 live stream.
Are you hearing this, Melanie? Because I know you like video games.
We got all that stuff on the net. Look, the network is, like you said, it was a beta test. We've been doing it for a while. If
you might as well just follow the group.
Well, it's the YouTube channel. If you go look at the Madness Comic Network YouTube channel, look at the playlist. You will find reality gaming, Madness Gaming, all kinds of different stuff. We have Chris Brown, Laughing Rogue, has done tabletop games that we do live.
Ooh,
dude, all kinds of stuff. We demo games. Just the madness is lit. Okay, it's got everything you want.
We got 31 flavors of like Baskin Robbins. They got flavors for everybody. But yes. Pops, it was great to see you, man. I wish you the best. Thanks for being here, brother.
Man. And I'll see you again. You know that.
Yeah, we'll see you again.
Jeff, it was awesome meeting you, man. Check us out. We can help you. I promise we can help you get seen in a completely different arena. Okay, that's Roku is an untapped audience, guys.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
an untapped audience. We get to be the first.
We got to get nerd culture on there.
Yes, we do.
Got to get all our content on there.
Have a great night, my
Good
friend.
one, man. Be safe.
Peace, everybody.
Hobbs Van Zandt, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed his presence, because my gosh, he stayed for the first round, the second round, the third round. I mean, how many rounds of food and drink and cake did he have tonight? Good Lord. That's one of the hardest working individuals I've seen in this business. But Jeff, good to see you, man. Good to see you. This has been fun. I hope you
fashionably late, right? Fashionably
all
late.
right. You're wearing a white T-shirt with no geek labels on it. It's fine. It's like, listen, this is my undershirt. I just had to take off my suit. It's fine.
It was one of those days, man. You got
okay. We've all been there.
So here's a funny story.
Funny story. I thought we were going to end this with a sad story. No, I'm kidding.
Every morning around first period, maybe halfway into it, I'll crack open a C4 energy drink, right? Because I can't have coffee. So and I'll sip it maybe until about third period. It'll start hitting him within about 10 minutes of my the first sip, right? And sitting in there, oh man, here we go. Okay, I'm pepped up. I'm good. We're unfortunately had some behaviors going on in the classroom, so we're managing that. One thing I gotta say, some of the things you'll hear some of these students say with their condition, I couldn't be a full-time special ed teacher because I have kind of a silly sense of humor. So when I hear something like what I was hearing today, I'm almost like, because obviously it's the understanding and the timing of someone laughing can be taken a certain way. So this poor little guy, he was having difficulty with doing some math work, and he got really frustrated. They wouldn't. The paraprofessional said, no calculator. You have to learn how to do this without it. And he got a little upset. So I'm done. And he's got he's a high pitched voice. He's a sixth grader, and he was saying, I want to go home. I want to go home. And it's just, to me, when I hear a pitch like that, it kind of catches me in the funny bone a little bit. So then after that, we went to lunch, and I came back after having my lunch while they were having theirs in the cafeteria, and we were playing a version of dodgeball. Man, I haven't had activity like this on my body in about a month. So here I am. I'm bending down. I'm picking up the little soft ball to play a little bit with them, because we're basically, it wasn't dodgeball where you're throwing at each other. We had bowling pins that we had to kind of protect, and each team had 3 bowling pins. And as soon as the third one goes down, the other team wins, and you go on to the next round. Well, we were playing, and I've got 2 good, capable boys playing with me, and we're playing defense, and we were organized and everything else. The next thing I realized, my opponent, the other team, they kept putting their pins back up after we would knock them down. So they would keep putting the pins back up when we were looking, and I'm looking around like, I know I knocked that pin down, but heat of the game, heat of the battle, and I'm kind of talking myself out. And then I catch another paraprofessional behind me knocking down our pins for the other team. She was just kind of sitting out off to the side. I just figured she wasn't playing. She was over there not acting like a spy, knocking over the pin. And I'm like, wait a second. No wonder we keep losing. But after about a half hour of running around like a maniac trying to play this little game with these little guys and have a little fun with them, I got back to the classroom, and about 20 minutes later, I'm sitting there like, so all that little energy boost that I usually give myself was gone by 1:30. So I got home from work, and I had a business conversation while I was driving, and then I was just like, I woke up for dinner. That's about all I know. And then I looked down, and I'm like, let let me jump on and wish Ryan a happy birthday at least. So yeah, here I am. So that was my day, buddy.
Jeez, that's a lot of pup kits. That's a lot, man. And then Whitefire Comics says Pops likes free cake. Who doesn't? And then Mr. Bracey says sneaky little buggers.
Yeah, right. I was like, wait a second, what's happening here? My pins are going down, their pins are going back up. Totally unfair, man.
And then Melanie goes on to say, I'm a behavioral therapist in school, so I know exactly what he's talking about. And then Melanie says, very exhausting. Laugh out loud.
Yeah.
Very bloody exhausting. So
yeah, we only have 5 students in the room too, man. Like we had a 6th.
5 can feel like 100.
Oh my goodness. You know, I've been in classrooms for 23, 24 years, so it's nothing out of the ordinary for me, I guess. Like I the other day I was teaching social studies to 30 kids. Then I hop into a math class with 3 kids, you know, with learning disabilities. And then the next day I'm back in the autistic support room. Being a building substitute, you know, I had a little running joke a few years ago at a different school. The teachers love to ask me, "Oh, who are you today?" And I just remember one day I'm walking in and I'm a little tired and I just go, honestly, I don't know. I don't know who I am today. I know I'm supposed to report to this school, but I have no idea who I'm going to be today. And I think it's kind of fun. It's like roulette, right? You never know where the ball's going to land, and then you're like, hey, I won, you know, Yahtzee. So
Yahtzee. You know. I'm sorry, that was a line from Jack Black, but anyone could say the word Yahtzee and get away with it. So I'm sorry that you went through some struggles and it's been difficult lately, but you know what, man? You've been doing this for so long. You've seen everything. You've heard everything. You've been there. You've done that. You've lived the life. You've been doing it for so long. And by the way, Melanie, you know, I'm sure you and Melanie could swap stories at some point about, hey, remember that time I did this? Oh, yeah, I remember the time I did that. Yeah. You know, all that stuff. So, but it's cool having you here, man. It's been a blast. You know, this has been a great. I gotta tell you, straight up, pay that man his money. Anyway, that's a movie going back to the 90s. That was a good one too. If you've never seen the indie film known as Rounders with Matt Damon and John Malkovich and who else was in that? Oh gosh, I can't think of his name. But John Turturro, like John Turturro's in it. You have, oh my gosh, like it's got a who's who in that movie. Edward Norton's in it. He plays his best friend. Remember that? Plays Rat. Yeah, or Rat or something like that. Or it was either Rat or something like that. But anyway, check that movie out. It's a good one. So I got to tell you this. This has been a great celebration. I want to take this moment and say thank you, Jeff, for being here. Thanks to everyone who's joined us here on the live stream. It's been a blast. I got to tell you guys, this is the first time in the history of my life that I've been on this earth that I've been alone on my birthday. But in this case, I was not alone in any way, shape, or form. You want to know why? Because I have my family who are on this stream right now, the people who have been on stream earlier tonight, the ones who are going to be checking out the replay, the ones who couldn't tune in live, but they're going to watch it. All our subscribers, like all the subscribers, the listeners, and the people who've been on the show, you are my family, because I believe I was put on this earth for a number of reasons, but one of them specifically is to entertain millions of people. And if I can do that by promoting someone else's work, if I can do that by just dropping some of my movie knowledge, which I know isn't as good as some of the other folks that I've met in the fan leagues of movie trivia, but still, listen, what I'm trying to say here, the bottom line is this. This is the first time I've ever been alone on my birthday, but I wasn't alone because I took the initiative to put this show together and say, no. I'm going to turn this birthday celebration on its head, and I'm going to have fun with it, and I'm going to have my friends and my family on here, because those are the people I enjoy being with the most, which is you, the listener or the viewer, because we enjoy providing content for you. We enjoy putting it together. We enjoy doing it live. We enjoy interacting with you in the chat, interacting with you in the comments, whether you have watched our videos when they were airing live or you watched them on the replay, on our playlists, on our YouTube channel. We do it because we love it, and I do it because I have so much fun with it. And if you love what you do, it's not called work. So, Jeff, I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank Pops Van Zandt, Kelly Gettner, Dave Adams, Jalen Vasquez, who was here with us earlier tonight. Thank you all for being here. This has been a tremendous celebration. This has been a great time. I couldn't ask for anything more. I thank all of you who've wished me happy birthday on our social media channels, whether it be on my Instagram, whether it be on my Facebook page, personal one. Thank you to each and every single one of you. I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, because as a kid who and we've all been there too. I'm not saying I was the only one who suffered this. As someone who was a victim of bullying constantly when he was a kid, and someone who at times thought he wasn't worthy of doing anything or succeeding at anything in life, there was something inside of me, and I had the encouragement of certain people around me at that time that told me, no, you got to keep going. You can't let the bullies win. You can't let anybody win, because if you do, it's only going to go downhill from there. You know what I mean? So I pushed through it. I got through it, and I kept going, and I'm standing here today. So I want to say thank you to each and every one of you who helped make me the person I am today, whether it was my late father, whether it was my brothers, my mom, my friends I've made up in Maryland ever since I was born, the friends I've made down here in North Carolina since I moved here about 7 months ago. I believe it is 7 months ago. And just thank you. Honestly, I can't, I've been practicing this thing for the last few years called gratitude. And I just want to say that I'm grateful for each and every one of you who has taken the time to watch my videos, to click on them, to give them a like, to give them a share, to subscribe to the channel that our friends and I have built since the beginning. And originally there were 6 of us. And then in the last year or so, they went their separate ways, and they gave me the keys to the castle. So I've been running wild with this thing, and I've enjoyed every single step of it, and I'm going to continue to do it until I can do it no longer. So thank you once again. This has been great. Ryan's birthday celebration this is my 36th year on this earth. Yes, I just revealed how old I'm getting, but most people would say, you're nothing. You're a baby. Get over it, man. Well, maybe I still am. I don't know. I mean, I still got that, I got those good looks that I just don't seem to age. So listen, this has been great. We got a lot of great content coming your way. Once again, I want to say thank you to Jeff for being here. We got the Western celebration coming up on October 6th at 7 p.m. That's a Friday, October 6th, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Laurie Calcaterra is going to be here with us for that show. Ahsoka's weekly mission is going to drop on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's going to be a lot of fun. We are currently working on our latest podcast series, which is going to be called The Meaning of Fandom, where we're going to have special guests join us on each respective episode and have them tell us why a specific fandom or a specific character from that fandom means so much to that individual and why. We are so excited to have that show debut. Once again, we're still in the process of working the dates and times of those episodes, but stay tuned to our social media, because once we have that, we will announce it. And also coming up on October 14th, the composer of the soundtrack to the 90s theme songs that us 90s kids grew up on, brothers and sisters, composer himself, Ron Wasserman, is going to be here with us on Saturday, October the 14th. At 12 p.m. Eastern time. He composed the theme songs for Go Go Power Rangers. He composed the that was him. That was that guy. So Ron Wasserman's going to be sitting here in this virtual studio, and he's going to chime in. We're going to be taking your questions during those shows. So stay tuned for that. And once we reach 1,000 subscribers, like I've said before, and you see it currently scrolling across the bottom of your screen, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're going to do a live stream celebration that's going to have returning favorites, surprise guests, and we're going to have giveaway items such as these. Yeah, let's show this off one more time. Let's take a look at that. So, Parker, I need those picture of Spider-Man. So you got the Green Goblin, you got Spider-Man, and you got J. Jonah Jameson's name on that headline. How about that? These are prints that are provided by our good friend, John Pinto. Follow the art of John Pinto on all forms of social media. So we're going to be giving away prints such as this one. We also have another example. Here's another one. Look at this. Ooh, la la, yeah. Doctor Who. That trailer for the 60th Anniversary Spectacular just dropped recently, Jeff. I don't know if you got a chance to see it or not, but look at all those doctors. That's a lot of Whovians, if you know what I'm saying. So if you're into that sort of thing and you want to, decorate your room with, or studio, whichever it may be. And also, speaking of Star Trek, look at this. Oh my Lord, how beautiful that is. Gorgeous. This
Wow.
is from Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Once again, the artwork is done by John Pinto. Follow him on social media. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So check all that stuff out. Once we hit 1,000, we're going to throw a great big party, and it's going to be a live stream right here on our YouTube channel, Facebook page, Twitch stream, Twitter page, all that good stuff. So, Jeff, hope you had fun. Hope you had a good time.
Man.
This was fun, man. This was a lot of fun. And by the way, Melanie says, "Feels birthday, man." Jay Wilson Picks. Follow her on Instagram. Jess Wilson says, happy birthday. Thank you, Jess. Appreciate it. And Whitefire Comics is putting out his links to where you can follow him. Hope you get that cake. Happy birthday. I'm not really a cake fan, so I'll just give everyone else who wants free cake. You can have it. It's all yours. Amen. And then Jay Wilson says, laugh out loud. And then Whitefire Comics says, nice color pop on those posters. Ooh, yeah. They look good, don't they? Yeah. Well, guess what? That's just the tip of the iceberg, my friends, because we got more giveaway items where those came from. Yeah, they are the cream. Rise to the top. Yeah, the cream of the crop. Nobody does it better. So, Jeff, where can the individual watching or listening follow you on social media?
That's easy. I'm pretty easy to find on Facebook. But my Facebook business page is called Iconic Autographs and Inscriptions on Instagram and Twitter. I believe those are the same ones. Iconic Autographs and Inscriptions on Twitter and Instagram, and my personal page is Icon722. Funny story about that. I don't know if I told you this one, Ryan. Did I ever explain to you why I went with Icon722? Did I do that?
I think so. Give us the cliff notes.
So back in the 90s, you had to create an email address. Something distinctive. Well, it turned out that I shared the same birthday as the great Shawn Michaels. So the icon, the showstopper, So I was like July 22nd, 722. So that was my Hotmail account, Icon722 at Hotmail. So that's how far back that goes. My goodness. So yeah, those are my personal pages and my Facebook and my business pages. It would be cool if some of these things start actually moving forward. So, and then I can really get into it and talk to you about what it's like to be in a back room, with a celebrity while they sit there and sign 1,000 pieces for fans who can't be at the convention. So that'll be nuts if we can get to that point. But every day is another step forward. So that's what I'm doing. So we'll have some interesting stories next month, especially when I get back from New York Comic Con. That's for sure. So
NYCC, a lot of great people are going to be there. Jeff, thanks for being here. Do greatly appreciate it. I'll talk to you pretty soon here. My name is Ryan of Nerd Culture. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you so choose at RyanRPM5. Make sure you're following us across all forms of social media. Links to where you can follow me. Check out my online store. I got some great merch there for you from And I Quote and some of the other phrases I like to toss out there every now and again. All that stuff is located in my link tree, which you can find in the description of this video, as well as the links to follow us as Nerd Culture, as a community, on all our social media channels. So check us out. Tell all your friends about us, because once we hit 1,000, going to throw that great big live celebration. And we are very excited to put that together and have all these special guests, surprises, and special giveaways for you, our incredible fans / subscribers. So once again, thank you to each and every single one of you who contributed or wished me a happy birthday, whether you wished me a happy birthday live or on the replay, or you're doing it from earlier, or you're doing it tomorrow, whenever, or wherever it may be. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I thank each and every single one of you for all the energy, the positivity that you give me to keep going each and every single day. Because sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes we have dark days. We have tough times. But thank you to everyone who makes these shows possible, because I can't do it without them. Thank you to all the people that started Nerd Culture when we first started doing it. From Caroline to Ruth to Travis to Greg, to Nick, to Rich, some of the other folks that helped us out along the way. Thank you to each and every single one of you. We could not have done it without you. Thank you so much, because it takes teamwork to make the dream work. That is the true essence of living the dream. So there you go. Thank you so much. This has been great. Can't thank you enough. And sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I am just full of gratitude, and we are full of, as a community of nerds and geeks, we respect each other. We love each other. We support each other in good times and bad. So thank you. And make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, ring that bell to get notified when our videos go up or they go live. And remember, life is better when supporting each other, supporting other indie creators, and life is better when reading, etc., etc., etc. Because all you have to do is take a look. It's in a book. Because every experience you get is educational. Take a look.
Famous Faces and Funnies in Melbourne, Florida is leading the way in pop culture fun. From comic books and graphic novels to Funko Pops and collector's items, Famous Faces and Funnies has it all. Rick Shea and the professional team at Famous Faces and Funnies are friendly and knowledgeable. Whether you're looking for toys, props, collector treasures, or a new comic book, Famous Faces and Funnies is your one-stop shop. To find Famous Faces and Funnies on Facebook and Twitter, just type at FFF Comics.
You've worked hard and written a great book. Now, it's time to give it a great cover. If you're an indie author or small press publisher, Plasmafire Graphics is your source for affordable cover illustration and graphic design. Plasmafire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you.
All right, I'm a little tired, I'm a little wired, and I think I deserve a little appreciation.